Alright, what is up YouTube? Zednov here. It's another Tycoon tutorial video for you guys. But before we start, I just want to say thanks for the 3,000 subscribe count so far, guys. I'm really amazed. A week ago, I had only 300, and I felt really great. And now I have 3,000. It's like, wow, 1,000% increase in what, a week? Anyways, yeah, thanks guys, and for all you future video watchers, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I can teach some people a couple things, you know. And yeah, anyways, let's get started. So part 4, what are we gonna do? Just kidding. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna answer these 3 questions right here. So I've read through the comments, and I've seen that people were having troubles with some drops spawning on top of droppers. Some people having troubles with setting up teams in different Tycoons. And then, you know, I just threw this one in there, different button meshes. If you don't want it to look like a circle, or you know, you want it to look like something else, we'll go over that first. And also, I'm gonna do a speed build of Tycoon that I'm gonna make quick. Anyways, let's just go over this quick. Alright, so what tends to happen sometimes is that if your buttons are too big, let me just go here quick, is that say that you have a drop, the size, say 1.4, 1.4, 1.4, and then the drop size is going to be it's a bit bigger, except in the middle one. Like, see, this is 1.1, this is 1.4. So you have to make sure then you the position of the drop when you spawn it is less than, I mean, it has to be bigger than this right here. So you want to move it down more than what this is. Otherwise, if you do it 1.1, it's gonna get stuck inside, meaning it's gonna be like, you know, barely touching. Right, actually, it's gonna be like right here. The top of it's gonna be right here, making it spawn automatically on top. So, you know, you can actually leave it as is, but then you just have to make all the bricks above it non-cancelatable. So what I mean by that is, if to find, so this is like the only part above the drop. Like, say if a brick would spawn it would get stuck right here. So you have to find the part, and then go to behavior and change its cancelat to false. That means that means a brick can go through it. So, you know, you don't get a big pile right here, and that's good for these mines right here. You might want to make this one, which I already did, non-cancelatable. So if you know players keep on clicking, it doesn't stack up on top, it just keeps on falling down. So anyways, yeah, that's what that's for, and that's how you do that. And let's now go to setting up teams. So some people are having problems of having like one big team versus multiple Tycoons. So what you need to do, say this is the Tycoon I want to have right here, and it's in the Tycoons folder, Fighting Bears, that's the name, and I want to make an extra 3 of these. So what you want to do is, alright, this is going to be the easiest way. Drag this into workspace, and now it's into workspace. Now you press Control C and then Control V. Now you have 2 Tycoons. Now you can press R to rotate it, and you can just set them wherever you want. Control C, Control V, and let's just do this. Let's just call this good. Say I'm done with my place. I want just these 3 Tycoons. So now you have to select them all. See how you have highlighted? You have to group these. Actually, you don't group them. You move them back to the Tycoons folder. Alright, now this is where you want to edit it, the settings. So you have 3 Tycoons, each with the name Fighting Bears. So this, whatever this name is right here, that's going to be the name of on the leaderboard of the Tycoons. So, you know, let's have it Roaring Cats and Mauling Dodges. Alright, so now we have 3 of these guys, and we want to go now individually. 1 second. Sorry about that. And anyways, you want to go to each individually, and now you want to edit the team color. So how do you know which Tycoon is which? So you should see a blue outline, and I want this Tycoon's color, team color should say. I'll leave it at blue as default, and let's go to the next one. Roaring Cats. I'd say these guys should have, you know, a bright red team, and this last one, Dodges, or whatever you say it, let's have it a yellow. Alright, now let's go test it out, and it should work. So yeah, now you see Fighting Bears is blue, Roaring Cats is red, Mauling Dodges is yellow. And you notice that their spawn colors right here, they change also automatically by themselves, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I'm on this team, and you can get going with the Tycoon. So that's that. Basically what you need to know is just like, even if you can leave the you can have the names the same, or what you can do for cooler effect, delete the name, you just press space, and that's just gonna have the color, see, like that. So you can be owner of yellow. You don't have to have a name. It works like that both ways. And yeah, that's that. Alright, what else was I going to say? Alright, yeah. You can leave, it doesn't matter, you can leave the names the same, nothing's going to change. But if you have the team color the same, like these two with the same team colors, players might spawn at different Tycoons than what they own. So you want to know that team color should be different in every single Tycoon, and that all Tycoons should be in the Tycoons folder, not modeled together, but what did I press? But separately in the Tycoons folder, and that's basically all that you need to know for that. Alright, anyways, up next, mesh droppers. I mean, we already did that last video. Mesh buttons. Alright, so the very first Tycoons came out with squares, then it went to these circle ones, or I should say it went to these circle ones, and there was this like trapezoid typed. So now you can just go to type in mesh buttons like this type right here, and let's see here, I'll just want to copy and paste one button quick to show you. So it doesn't, you can have it anytime you want, any mesh you want, doesn't matter. But yeah, some will be for a cooler effect, like see this, you can resize it. This would be a nice button you can use for, like, you know, special buttons or whatever. Rematerialize it, recolor it, all that stuff. So yeah, alright, anyways, right now got that covered. Let me think of anything else right now. Let's go into settings quick, see if I need to talk about anything there. Alright, so this auto assign teams, I think I went over this earlier, but I'll just go over it again. If you have this true, it's gonna basically, let me just make another Tycoon quick. It's gonna make you spawn at a Tycoon right away, disregard of color. So you know, like usually in Tycoons you start out in the center of the map, and you can change you can choose what Tycoon you want. This one, if you just have it to true, it's just gonna make you spawn at a random one, or not at a random one. It's gonna make you spawn at one that's not already taken, so it already works for you. Yeah, that's good. So like right now, spawned at blue, and yeah, I'm on the blue team automatically, and there's no for hire team, so it takes that right away. And then you just hit this and you can continue working right away. Really efficient. If you're not, you know, color is not going to matter. But yeah, so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make SpeedBuild a Tycoon for you guys. I don't know what genre, I'm just, you know, going to dive right into it. Try to make it fast, and yeah, I'll see you in about a few minutes. Alright guys, so I'm going to stop right here for now, and I want to say that So if you wanna, you can have your base be any size, conveyor be any size. I'll show you later that you're gonna just have to drag this into essentials as the flooring. And also I'm gonna show you guys how to have, like, if you only want the floor to be available right away, so you don't see the conveyor or anything with that. I'll show you how to remove that, and then so it's gonna be up here on your first purchase. And what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna use this Tycoon as a layout for this. So I'm gonna copy and paste the door. Like you've seen, I just started playing a regular conveyor right there. I'm gonna copy and paste all, like, you'll get what I mean. Anyways, yeah. Alright, so what I have made here is a quick layer of walls right now, and I'm just gonna continue outside the base quick, and yeah, I'll get back to you guys in a second here. Alright, so our first layer of walls with the windows, as you can see, has been completed, and I didn't put too much time into this, but I don't know, it looks actually pretty good so far, along with this owner door. I'll probably edit later, and then touch to claim. And I use this guy as a reference. I always do this. I always like start out building you know, small, and then I use a character model to see how big I need to do it, so like players in the game will be, so this is like big enough for him to look out without looking pretty good. Not too small, not too big, and yeah. Alright, what's up guys? So as you can see, I've made a template dropper right now for this new Tycoon that I'm making, and I made it different variations of colors. And what I'm going to do now is just, I copied and pasted the script from the template dropper over there, and I pasted it into here. And I changed the size right here. I want it to look like this drop size right here. So I just, I copied and pasted the size into there. And then what I had done was part.cframe. This is where it's going to spawn. So I made it spawn a little bit under the drop. So the drop size is 0.6. That's how high it is. And I made it spawn a little bit under it, so it's not, inside of it or touching it, so it doesn't spawn on top. So that's what I did, and I'm just gonna, since I don't want to have a materializer and a colorizer, I just want it to be the color of this brick right here. So it's gonna produce colored bricks according to its right here. So I'm just gonna have to do that manually. So what you're gonna do is this: delete that after the equals, and you have to add in this brick color .new, and I want to make it let's see, bright yellow. And I want to make the material, you need to have this in quotes also. I'll just make them all brick. And let's see here. Everything else looks good. Yep. So now what I'm just going to do, copy and Control C and then Control Shift V to paste into. And I'm just going to paste this into every one of these. And I'm just going to change the colors quick. Bright yellow, lime green, bright red, and you get these colors from the color table, which is if you go to part, brick color, you have to have the exact name as I stated before. And yeah, so let's see here, now it's bright blue, Finally, right. Violet. Yeah, they don't have the actual purple name. It's just Violet instead. Alright, so now that we have that done, what I'm going to do now is go back to this template right now, and I'm going to work from it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Control C, Control V. Alright, so now we have a whole separate Tycoon kit right here. And actually, yeah, that will work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete everything in purchases, delete every single thing in essential. So basically what I'm going to do is have an outline of what I need to put in. So now this is basically an empty model. And actually you can cut this and paste it back into this Tycoons folder, and you can delete this old one because all the Tycoons are going to go in here. And I'll make this I'll rename it so it's easier for me to understand. Template, and I'm going to make the one that I'm working on, it's going to be you know, actual Tycoon. And now I can just start placing things in there, like this floor. It's going to be part of the essentials, and also entrance. So I'm gonna get rid of this. It's going to be just into the actual Tycoon, and you can delete this old entrance. So now this is a whole separate Tycoon, as you can see. Yeah. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna build up the conveyor, make a part collector right here. I'll put these into place, give them buy buttons, and I'll catch up to you guys in a few moments right now. Alright guys, so what I've done right now is basically in this collector area I've made 3 parts. 2 are for decoration, what I want it to look like, but then I have this actual one which is named actual, which is invisible. So basically what this is going to do is I can group this whole conveyor together, which I'm going to do right now quick. And then one sec, collector extras. And then I could say this is going to be my first dropper right here. And I'm going to have to extend this right now quick. Anyways, but say this is going to be my first dropper. I can group these 2 together and then have this button by this model right here. And see how there's nothing there? But there's actually the actual collector is right here. And I have it invisible and can't collect it false. And you can put this as name this as the part collector, I believe. So let me just get, what is it called? Yeah, part collector.